who really wouldn't give two hoots for your opinions is actor, director, composer, and loose cannon, Vincent Gallo. I met the man behind indie hit Buffalo 66 when he hit town to show us his art.
Yes, the great Vincent Gallo show is opening tomorrow night. The artist himself, the handsome American himself, is coming, yes. Okay, bye-bye.
We're here, Vincent, at your exhibition. Just tell us what the exhibition is all about.
When I made Buffalo 66, my masterpiece, I did photographs that could chronicle this aesthetic sensibility in a way that was much more pure and simple than the film.
Is that quite an expensive thing to do? Because it was quite a low-budget flick.
It was a low-budget film. No, Angelica Houston, that piece of was the most expensive thing on Buffalo 66.
Nice.
Yeah, Ma. Let
Honey, that's your son. Let him have some more
bread, because that's what he wants me to eat. Bread all the time, right?
I shot Buffalo 66 4 days with no cinematographer because my cinematographer was pre-booked on a homoerotic commercial with that Bruce Weber.
Jeez. I happen to know you are
gay.
No, not gay. Gay and left-wing.
I'm gay. And I have rights, okay? And everyone should think all gays are normal, okay?
Can I just say that Mr. Gallo's views in no way express the views of the show as a whole?
Let's bring all the homosexuals in England, which are everyone that I've ever met, and let's bring them to our show.
Buffalo's obviously a place very special to you. What kind of place is Buffalo?
The weather sucks, the people suck, they're all fat, they're small time.
Do you know, I thought it was going to be like, it's a real special place. It's the heart and soul, John. But what was it like growing up there?
My brother, who the mediocre person that he is, would date like, you know, the most.
You're a shocker.
The most. He would date.
You are a shocker.
He would date like you know, the prom queen. You know what I mean? And I would date like a woman my mother dated.
The prodigal son. Any good?
She was drunk. It was gross.
But what is, you know?
Hey, I'm a sensitive person,
I know,
so I need some attention.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
It helps
and
you get over each other.
And besides, you know, I do it for the girls. Look like you love me. Let's span time, okay? Let's span time together. Any chick with a set of authentic jugs, like if her jugs are real, let her in. The film got a little buzz because I'm a ridiculous personality, is the self-destructive personality that somehow brought some attention to the movie. But I have never, ever, ever, ever been offered a studio film as a writer, director, or actor since then. You know that fat pig, that fat pig?
Yeah.
You know how that fat pig got big? You know how he did it? That fat piece. I am not a martyr, and I don't say things to be provocative, or I'm just unguarded.
Well, I'm going to give you some of your unguarded
I really
questions.
listen to what you say, and I'm really answering you in an honest way.
But, Robert De Niro, look at the monsters he has created. I feel embarrassed for him.
If my career was about inspiring people like Tim Roth and Sean Penn, I'd kill myself.
Oliver Stone, a commie college student who took too many drugs.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than a left-wing who goes to college.
Okay. Tim Roth.
Scum.
And then just Susan Sarandon. Commie.
Commie right away, it's not a good thing. You know, she's a filthy commie.
Okay.
I'm unforgiving and vindictive, but unbelievable. I have a note and a record of every person who's ever hurt me in my life in any way, what they did, when they did it, who they were, and I'm the master of revenge. Most of the people have been punished in ways that they wish they never were.
How about that, there?
That's fantastic.
That is Vincent Gallo. He's a right Julie, you've actually worked with him on LA Without a Map. Is his bark worse than his bite, or is he...
I had the best time working with him, because really I enjoy, you know, like what he says is what I really wish I had the balls to say all the time, and I'd be more like that. Somehow I didn't snap yet enough, but I will one day probably. But, you know, against this business and how trashy and stupid and idiotic and crappy people are in films, because this business is so twisted, and you meet so many people that have power, that can manipulate money in ways that maybe you should be careful, but at the same time,
I'm surprised he ever gets work.
Huh?
You know, I think people fear honesty more than anything knocking around Hollywood.
Yes, I mean, in Hollywood, no, he's feared and not liked, but in independent film, people like it.
Well, I'll tell you, it's the most interesting interview I ever did. Anyway, coming up in part 2, we'll be discussing the British romantic comedy Fanny and Elvis, and I'll be sucking up to Christian Scott Thomas. Or will I? What do you think?
You'll be sucking up.
Yeah, I will do. Yeah.